Hey everybody, it's Shelly. Crooked Shelly on the phone. Hey everybody, so what I was going to talk about today it's something that I think a lot of us think is quite advanced, and it sure can be. Ooh, gotta turn my computer down. Oh. Just going to start out by saying I had a rough day yesterday. We all get down in the dumps, and yesterday that was my day, my afternoon, and I did what I always do. This seems to be my go-to, get my shit together, let go of all the negativity. I went and got some food and sat and watched, Scott and I watched Real Housewives of New York City. And he'll probably deny that, but he watched it with me. And then him and I watched Deadliest Catch. So we kind of watched something that I really wanted to watch and something he really wanted to watch. And we just kind of hung out. Hi, Dan. So, this whole muscle testing thing was so new to me. And I actually went and had it done and had no clue what was going on. So, and since then I have figured out what's going on. I had an attack of, I guess it was diverticulitis is kind of what I narrowed it down to, but at the time it was happening I had no idea what it was, and I seriously felt like I was dying, and ended up going to the doctor, and then my friend Karen, hi Karen if you're watching, and I'm doing, just so you know, I'm doing this it's 9:38 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're watching this afternoon or later this morning and you say hi to me, I won't respond because I'm doing this live right now at 9:38 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, putting that out there. Okay, so my friend Karen had told me about this woman that did this muscle testing thing, and then she gives you these supplements to take, and it really helps you, helps your body get better. And so I was just kind of, I went to a medical doctor, and she's good, I like her and everything, but she was just kind of like, well, you need to watch what you eat, and if it keeps happening, we can do a colonoscopy, and I'm just like, so I went to this muscle testing lady, and she charges $10 to do the muscle testing. There's Jazzy. Hi, Jazz. So she charges $10 to do the muscle testing, and then she sells you these supplements. And I know that kind of sounds like maybe a scam or something, but I actually went through with it, and I bought the supplements, and she gave me a whole bunch of samples of a couple of them that she wasn't totally sure about. She wanted to make sure they worked for me. And so I walked away. She waived the $10 because I had to wait like a half hour because she was running late. And then I think it was like maybe $35, and I walked out with 4 bottles of pills, which I thought was pretty reasonable. And I came home, and I had been eating like applesauce and rice and toast and crackers and keeping everything really bland because that attack I had was super scary. And so I came home and started taking those supplements, and basically I was able to go back to my pretty regular eating habits. I don't eat things with a lot of seeds like blackberries, and I'm staying away from nuts for the most part. I'll eat like peanut butter, maybe even crunchy peanut butter. But I was doing low carb before, so I'd eat a thing, like a container of cashews in a day. So I am totally not eating nuts right now just because of that, and trying not to eat anything with lots of seeds. But I'm back to eating like spicy foods, and every once in a while my gut kind of reminds me that it's not doing that well. But I will just they're like these intestine ease and soothe pills, and they're just herbal supplements, and they help. So with that said, when I went to her, I'm just going to stand up really quick and kind of show you what she did. Push my chair back. So I almost tipped my chair over. So I just stood there, and I'm going to do it with this arm. She actually did it with this arm. Oh, I can do that. Or I could just move my camera. Wow, what a concept. Okay, so she said, I just want you to stand there and stand, tall, head over heart, heart over pelvis, kind of like a yoga stance. And she said, I want you to put your, she said, are you right-handed or left-handed? I said right-handed, so she had me hold out my, this is super nice, hold out my right arm. And then she touched different spots on my body. She didn't get like weird or personal or anything, but she just kind of like touch right here. And then she would push down on this arm and like count and go 1, 2, 3. And she told me to resist her. And so I found out what she was doing, because I didn't know what the hell she was doing. So I found out what she was doing was she was basically hitting acupressure points that had to do with things in my body. Hi, Shasta. So she was just touching on acupressure points that might have to do with my or probably like my heart or my digestive system or my reproductive system or, you know, what's going on in my brain or my sinuses. She didn't explain herself, so I just stood there and let her do her thing. And like I said, it was none of it was personal. She didn't like touch me in weird places or anything. She just did that. And then she had me hold a basket, and she put the supplements one at a time into a basket that I was holding. Hi, Shasta. And then she would do the test again. And so I was just kind of like, whatever, lady. If this works, if I don't have one of those horrible belly attacks ever again in my life, I don't care what you're doing. Just do it. Give me the supplements and I'll go home. So kind of curious about the muscle testing, but during that period of time we were moving and we had a lot going on, and it's like, I don't have time to sit down and figure out this muscle testing thing. And then the last time I went in to get more supplements, because I'd run out and I noticed that my gut was starting to not feel so good. So I was like, I got to go back in there and get those things. And I did, and I walked away. I think it was like $40. Oh, and I just wanted to say too about the whole scam thing, if you think she's scamming me. I went online and looked up those supplements like on Amazon and eBay. She is selling them for a deep discount. Honestly, I don't know how she's making money. And I've talked to them about selling themselves online, because that's what I do, and how they could probably make more money, because she's not making enough in my opinion, but whatever. So anyways, so then Karen, again, me and Karen are like totally on the same wavelength all the time. We went to a little women's group thing, and we all do tarot cards and, you know, just experiment with different things, and there's wine and there's yummy food, and it's just a really nice night together, you know, with several women, and they kind of brought me into the fold a little bit, which I totally appreciate. And so anyways, before we went to that meeting, she had sent me this link to this interview that this man had done and he does muscle testing and energy, like releasing blockages and all that stuff. And he does it, that's what he does. He was an engineer, and then he had some major medical problems. So he brought, during that interview, he brought everybody through this like muscle testing thing that you can do with yourself, and it's really cool. So I am just going to stand up and do it really quick and make it so you can see me. And so the first thing you want to do, and you guys can follow along if you're alone, you can do it. If you're not alone, or if you're at work or whatever, people are going to think you're insane. So wait until you get home and then replay this video. Okay, so you face north. And if you don't know which way north is, on your smartphone, there is a map app, and you can see where you're facing. So you face north, and then so basically the thing of this is every cell in your body is electromagnetic. You are energy, everything about you is energy. So you're tapping into your unconscious mind to find out what your beliefs and your truths are. So if you stand and you're facing north, so I'm facing north, which is almost looking out my window, but at a little bit of an angle. So this way is north for me. You face north, you plant your feet about shoulder, hip width apart, and heart over, head over heart, heart over pelvis, and you just, relax your shoulders, and then to figure out what your positive energy is and which way you're going to lean, and they call this the human pendulum, but this is muscle testing on a really simple, basic level. So you say out loud, yes, and then you see, you make note of the little changes that happen. Do you lean forward? Do you lean back? Do you lean to the side? Most people, because you're facing north, will lean forward, and that's a positive thing. So that's to test where you're at with all of this. Is anybody saying anything? Hi, Alyssa. Alyssa, you probably think I'm totally insane right now, but that's okay, because I am. Ask my kids. Okay, and so then you say yes, like with a lot of energy. Yes, and then make note of which way you lean, and that's your positive, like, flow. That's your answer. And then you can also do that and say no, like, really, and you'll notice, like, for me, I realize that when I say yes, I kind of pop up on my toes. I mean, I'm not like going like that, but I do notice that it just kind of goes forward a little bit. And when I say no, it kind of goes backwards a little bit. And I'm kind of exaggerating right now to show you. Shasta, gotta get my sling, I'll be back. I don't know what that means, Shasta. Okay, and so then you can start asking yourself questions about your beliefs, like, I love myself. And for me, I do love myself, and I believe that on a totally unconscious level, I love myself. Do I love everything about myself? Not all the time, but I love myself. I am an important person to myself. I believe that I'm a good person, and I feel love for myself. And then you can ask, do I feel loved? And you can get a little thing like that. Like right then, I just kind of rocked back a tiny bit. So maybe I feel like I don't feel loved. So then you can address those things. You can do that you can hold something. I don't have anything. Okay, I do have something that's kind of interesting. I have these incense sticks, and they are called First Rain. And so you can hold these and go, is the scent of this incense good for my soul? And I lean forward a little bit. So it is. You can do that with supplements. You can do that with food. My friend Karen says she does that like in the store when she has like, she's in the tea aisle or something and she's not sure what kind of tea she should get. She will do that a little bit. She'll just like try to face north and just ask, hold that tea and really quick just say, is this tea good for me? So what that does is it's your intuition, it's your belief system. This is all, I call it woo-woo. But there really is a scientific part of this. The guy's name that did that, his name is, oh crap, now I gotta remember a name. His last name is Brent Phillips. Brent Phillips. There's two Brent Phillips on YouTube. One is kind of a churchy guy, and the other guy, it's called Science Meets Spirit, and he's pretty amazing. So he'll take you through some of that stuff. He can do like remote healing and reprogramming. I'm not sure where I'm at with all of that. But it's just a really interesting way to kind of tap into your energy and see where you're at with things. Like I said, you can do it with food. You can do it with how you feel, your beliefs. He did like, I feel like, no. He said, I'm successful, or I know I'm going to be successful. And I actually rocked back on that because I have my doubts about if I'm going to be successful with what I really want to do. So, like, I'm successful with my eBay business, I know that. But what I really want to do is be doing this coaching stuff. And so I have a block for that. And it's, frustrating. I was kind of going through that yesterday when I was having my downtime and rolling around in my crap. And, yeah, so it's just a really interesting way to kind of get in touch with your own energy and your own beliefs and things that are good for you. If you're taking supplements and you're like, these just aren't helping me, maybe do the little human pendulum muscle test thing and see if that is actually what you should be taking. And the more you do it, I think, and the more you understand it, the more you'll be able to do it really, really easily. So I just wanted to share that. I also wanted to share that I do life coaching. It's a little spin on law of attraction. I'm really into making sure you're doing what you love to do every day. So, you know, if you're trapped in that shitty job that you detest going to, I can help you work through that and get to a better place, either in that job or with a new job or with what you really want to do, if you know what that is. My current rate, hi Mom, my current rate is $30, but I will definitely work with you. And that's about it. I was going to mention something else, but I don't know what it was. Oh! That I figured out how to get these live Facebook videos onto my YouTube channel. And I just renamed my YouTube channel. It's Create Happy Mondays. And so if you want to go there and ask questions, you can do it here too. I mean, it doesn't matter where you're at, but I just wanted to put that out there. And I'm just going to be putting these videos on there for now. So if you've already watched them, you don't really need to go rewatch them, but there will be, I'm going to slowly transfer all my videos over there over the next, month or so, because I have 198 videos I did yesterday anyway. So I'm close to 200 videos. So it's going to be a process getting them all there, but I'm going to name them all, so if there's something specific you want to go rewatch, you can do that. And you can also do that just on my Facebook channel by tapping into my videos there. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. It was an interesting little thing that I just felt like I wanted to share with you. And I am going to go. I'm going to do some meditating, possibly. I don't know yet. I have a hard time meditating in the middle of the day. But I'm going to clean up my office. It is a pigsty, and I feel like that energy is kind of slowing my business down. So I'm going to clean it up and go through some stuff and organize. So that's what I'm doing today. And then Marley's going into the doctor today. To talk about testosterone therapy. So if nobody knows about that, yeah, my child wants to be a boy more than anything right now, so we are supporting that, and we are going to a counselor and a medical doctor, and yeah, so that's been a really interesting journey. It's been an adventure. That's what I told him yesterday. This is just an adventure with you. Because he always feels like, God, I'm such a pain in the butt. And it's like, no, this is an adventure, and I'm learning to see it in that new light. So that's been really interesting. So we are going, Scott and I are going to do that today and see where we're at with that, and hopefully get that started soon. So that's a whole nother thing that I get to do with my life. So have a great day. It's Throwback Thursday. I better put up a better picture on Facebook. I was trying to remember where I was. You guys have a good day. I'm gonna go. Bye.